What's up, VC? Stavros, back from the den for a quick video. Been watching a lot of your guys' videos, and there's some great stuff out there. Fellow Greek DJ Kit has been doing some videos. Check him out. I mean, his collection is insane. The rare gems he shows on there are unbelievable. You will not be disappointed. The Pscyh stuff he showed and the most recent Alpha to Omega of Chicano Rock, unreal. So Hippie DJ Kit, check him out. He does not have enough followers for the kind of stuff he shows. Sometimes it's kind of hard to hear him because the music is playing so hard in the background, but he's well worth a watch. So a couple of new additions and some recent spins or whatever, just because I've got the house to myself and felt like making a video. What we're listening to in the back is my most recent addition to the El Paraiso collection. Pscyh, Upori Tide. This is from 2013. This is their, I don't know, 6th album maybe. They've done 8 albums since 05. I think this is their 6th. Their first 2 were really like heavy psych, stoner rock type stuff. Then they moved into this more abstract instrumental stuff. This is phenomenal. This is a Danish foursome with Jonas Monk and Jakob Skutt and who else? Rasmus Rasmussen and the 4th member, I can't remember, is it on here? Jeskar, Jesus, okay. But anything El Paraiso's doing is blowing my mind. So if I can find it on Discogs, I've got all of them on my want list, and if they pop up for remotely decent price, I jump on it. I've never been disappointed. So check these guys out, Pscyh, Upori Tide. This is my favorite of theirs so far. I don't have their first 2. I haven't even listened to their first 2, but this is tremendous. If you're into, you know, this, it's awesome. Up next in the same vein, I thought, is Nowhere, Invisible World, 2017 on Echo Drug. Well, it says 2016, but it took forever for them to actually press and ship them. So Nowhere, Invisible World. I thought this was going to be Pscyh from what I sampled, but there's some Pscyh on here, but it's more shoegazy, pop rocky at times. The more I listen to it, the more it grows on me, and I love that cover. That's juicy. You know, I'll keep spinning it, but from what I'm seeing on Discogs, these are selling for over $40 already, so maybe I'll just flip it, but I doubt it. I always give records several chances. So I pulled this out. I haven't listened to this in forever, but somebody was talking about the blues. There have been more blues videos recently, which is awesome because I love the blues, and it's given me a respite from all the prog and other stuff you guys are introducing me to, and I'm going back to my roots. It's not like I played the damn blues, but this is what got me into music, was good blues. And this guy's not talked about enough. Junior Kimbrough. This is You Better Run, the Essential Kimbrough recordings. This is a reissue by Fat Possum on 2002. Maybe it's not a reissue. Maybe they actually did this because they own his rights or whatever. But Junior Kimbrough, Mississippi Delta Blues, held a regular job, had 36 children. 36. And then he ran his club, Juniors, at night, which was a tiny place, and you can find video of it. It's unbelievable how awesome it is. There's videos of him playing at his club, which unfortunately burnt down. But this is essential. Like, if you want to listen to some amazing Mississippi Delta blues, check out Junior Kimbrough. Like, damn, this is good. He's a big influence on the Black Keys, for one. So this is 2002 on Fat Possum. Speaking of his influence on the Black Keys, after I listened to that, I pulled this out. This is the Black Keys Chulahoma, which is also on Fat Possum. It's from 06, and this is the Black Keys covering Junior Kimbrough. So you've got a nice two-piece blues, rough around the edges band back when they were rough around the edges, covering Kimbrough, and this is juicy. I mean, this is really good. So I like the Black Keys older stuff. I really like this. Their newer stuff is alright. It's good, but it's poppier. A couple of soundtracks that I picked up. Here's the first one, From Dusk Till Dawn, the Tarantino movie, limited edition. I think this was a record store day. Brookvale Records did this up in New York. Nice artwork, opens up. So, I don't know if you've seen From Dusk Till Dawn. I'm a huge Tarantino fan. I used to be a big movie buff. So, From Dusk Till Dawn is Clooney and Tarantino are two escaped convicts of some sort making a run for the Mexican border. They hijack a Winnebago with Harvey Keitel's family, Juliette Lewis, and this guy who I don't know. And the first half of the movie is amazing dialogue. You know, it's kind of a slow burn. It opens with a nice gunfight. Vintage Tarantino, the dialogue is whip smart and fast, and you know, a lot of pop culture references, and I love it. And then they go to some bar to stay there until they get somebody to take them across the border, and all of a sudden vampires show up and it turns ridiculous. There's vampires like playing guitars made out of bodies, and there's people jumping everywhere, and Salma Hayek shows up half naked with a huge snake, which is always awesome because Salma Hayek's always awesome. And it turns ridiculous. And I still love it because it's kitschy and it's fun. Now, okay, back to the soundtrack. A lot of Tarantino soundtracks have, you know, I mean, The Hateful Eight was Ennio Morricone. He loves spaghetti western music, like Jackie Brown had a lot of great blaxploitation and that kind of stuff. This is all Southern rock because it takes place in Texas. So, you know, you got the Blasters, you got ZZ Top, you got the Mavericks, Jimmy Vaughn, the Leftovers, more ZZ Top, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Tito and Tarantula, which I think is the band that's in the movie. More Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then they've got some excerpts from the movie. If you have children, whenever the Cheech Marin dialogue comes on, turn it off, because there's F-bombs all over the place, and talks about genitalia. So I've been getting more and more soundtracks, and part of the reason is the artwork's amazing. I mean, this is part of the fun for records. It's also the tactile, the pulling it out and staring at it, and artwork on soundtracks is awesome. I think yeah, I'll show it. Why not? Comes with these picture sleeves with scenes from the movie. Lyric sheet. Is it lyrics? No, it's just. And then comes in this transparent with blood streaks. And then the fourth side is some sort of etching that I can't make out, so there's no point in showing you because you won't be able to make it out. I believe it's this thing. It's Harvey Keitel's shotgun combined with the bat into a crucifix. You can't see that. To ward off vampires. Which sounds ridiculous, and it is. But it's good, clean fun. If you don't mind cursing and blood and guts everywhere. Yeah. From Dusk Till Dawn. Soundtrack, Brookvale Records, 2014. I can't put this back. Other soundtrack that I picked up, and I found this for like $4. Couldn't resist, especially in good shape. I always see them with saw cuts and beat up. This is Tangerine Dreams. Soundtrack to Friedkin's Sorcerer. This movie has become a cult classic. I've tried watching it. I can't make it through. I mean, nah. But, you know, the soundtrack's what you, vintage Tangerine Dream, what you expect. A lot of Moog synthesizers and modular synthesizers and Edgar Froese's Stratocaster. This was on MCA Records, 1977. OG pressing of this for $5 in good shape. Yeah, I'll nab it. And then last thing was the final release for the first year of Now Again reserved subscriptions, and for me, the best one of the bunch. Paternoster was the first one, which I loved. This outdid it for me. This is Rob Tomset, and it's his 2 albums, Yorandu and Hara. Yorandu is this, Hara is this. Rob Tomset is from Australia, Canberra. There's a booklet in there with an interesting history of him and how this all came to pass. These were private presses when he released them. Really hard to find. I believe Yorandu was reissued by someone else, but then Egon at Now Again gave this the amazing treatment. Pressed a QRP, sounds amazing. Comes with a CD, with a download, with the thing. This is prog, jazz, rock, bits of folk. It's awesome. I think I've spun this 8 times in the last week, both of them. With Hara more than Yorandu. But if you like prog, if you like jazz, this is unbelievable. I'm sure James Buttery and Camp Lone and Big Star, Champ Sound, they've all knowledgeable and heard about this guy. This blew me away, man. It blew me away. Unbelievable. I'm continuing the Now Again Reserve, even though I just found out that they're going to lower the price for the subscription by $5. But in order to do that, they're not using the heavy stock on their covers, which I don't mind because they use the really heavy one that's hard to put the records back in. They're changing the CD cases they send them in, which I don't care about. They're also now saying that some of them will be pressed at QRP, some of them will be pressed at United. So I tweeted at Egon and I said, this is sad to hear. And he replied back with like a string of 4 tweets explaining why, and that he won't accept anything less than quality stuff. So I'll continue. Hopefully I won't get a United pressing that is all messed up. Hope everything's good. That's all I got. I mean, there's more, but, you know, it's like Neil Young Zuma. You've all seen Neil Young Zuma and some U2 stuff, War, and I don't know. It's stuff you've all seen. It's boring. There's nothing to say. I didn't really say much here, but I want to make a video. Hope all's well, guys. Check out Hippie DJ Kit. Yeah, peace from the den.